That's no moon.
Clear Bay 327. We are opening the magnetic field.
Hello there, and welcome to Docking Bay 327. Today, we're going to talk about 3 specific upgrades that I made to my Falcon Bench back here. You see, each one of these upgrades was either a suggestion, a challenge, or an idea that I just flat out stole. Sorry, James. I posted a video a few weeks ago with Brian Thompson and James Culley, and we discussed all of the different nuances of building our Falcon benches, good, bad, and the ugly. It was a really fun conversation. If you want to take a look at that, just click the link here or in the description below. Anyway, let's get into the upgrades for my bench this week, and I'll kind of show you where each one of those ideas came from and then how it turned out. So let's get started. Yeah, I'm going to do LEDs in my Greeblies.
I'd be interested to see what you do with the Greeblies, because I remember having a conversation with myself for a long time to LED the Greeblies or not. They each have a pre-modeled hole for an LED, and I tried it, and it just overpowered. When I tried to film it and tried to get some nice images of it, it kind of overpowered the bench. Really? So I think if I was going to do it again, I would angle the LEDs so that they weren't like fierce at the camera, but they were kind of more lighting the insides of the Greebly. Yeah. But I decided to just not do it in the end. So I'd be interested to see what you do with that.
Yeah, me too. I did the same thing. I drilled holes in all of them, and I had the same result, James. It was blinding and felt distracting because there's already lights above it. So yeah, I'd like to see what happens with Tony.
Yeah, cool.
You guys got me nervous now.
Actually, it sounds more like a challenge, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
Challenge accepted.
I'm pretty critical of myself. Some of the pads are not exactly shaped the same. I did everything by hand or with the bandsaw. The thing that bothers me the most about the foam is where the Greeblies are in the seat cushions. Since I cut those and then they get formed, mine are not straight. They're curved at the top. So it pulls at these top corners, it pulls. And so you can kind of see the cuts, or it's not completely perfect. So I'm actually 3D modeling almost like a frame or a ring that'll go into this, and then the Greeblies go on top of it so that it looks finished and you can't see the little cut marks, if that makes any sense at all.
Absolutely does, because that's exactly what happened with mine. Almost every single one of these has an oops, I went too far.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know what I could have done to fix that other than what you're saying, and I don't even have a 3D printer, so I would have to come up with some other way to frame it out,
Sounds like an excuse to buy a 3D printer.
It does, doesn't it? No, I haven't bought a 3D printer yet, but it is on my list. But during the initial premiere of that video, we had a live chat going, and Dennis from Black Market Outpost posted in the chat, why not try these electrical box frames? And so I went on the Amazon and I found some that I liked. Anyway, the measurements of those electrical box frames ended up being the exact same size that I needed for each one of my cutouts in my foam for the Greeblies. So it really, it doesn't happen very often, right? But it was just perfect timing, and I can't thank Dennis enough for offering that suggestion. So here's what they ended up looking like once I installed those. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it hides my crimes. Now, last but not least, James Culley and I were chatting one day, and he mentioned wanting to put some lights kind of underneath the bench, and I just love that idea. I had some leftover LED strips that were just the perfect length, so I went out and bought another power supply that included the remote, because I have to be able to change the colors, just go along with everything else in here. So I installed the LED strip. It was super easy, and it turned out great. You can see it glowing right there. I'll show you a couple of shots here, but yeah, that was an idea I just straight up stole. And I was just kidding earlier. I talked to James about it, and I did make sure. I was like, you're cool with this, right? I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder if this is something you want to present later on in one of your videos. And he's totally cool with it. Yeah, let's take a look so you can see the full effect of the lighting underneath the bench. So there you go. Some cool upgrades to my Falcon Bench here. Hope you liked the video. Stay tuned. Some really cool stuff coming in the next few weeks. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, build with what you know and figure out the rest.